It's a visioning service. And what we mean by a visioning service is this. Rather than us trying to figure out what it is that we want to do and then projecting that image into universal mind, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the process of learning. We want to open ourselves up and ask ourselves to allow that part of us which knows a greater vision for our life, a greater vision of what God as us can be and can do and can experience and can enjoy. If there were no limits, which there are none in the mind of God, if there were no limitations whatsoever, all things are possible with God, what would this life look like? We want to open ourselves up to that vision, and then we want to turn that vision over to the creative power of universal mind to allow it to unfold and declare our willingness to release and let go of anything and everything that may be within consciousness that resists or denies or complains or doesn't want to go. So let's just know this, that there's one life and it's God and it's perfect and it knows what it's doing and it has always known what it is doing and it always shall know what it is doing. It understands the end before the beginning begins. It knows that which it would have. It knows that it is perfectly competent and capable of producing it and achieving it. And without effort, it simply does. It simply is. The first act of creation was light or enlightenment, or the ability of the mind to recognize the goodness of God, the presence of God in, as, and through all things. When Spirit said, let there be plants and animals of every kind, there's a wonderful intelligence that took that command and knew how to set up the process of evolution so that life could and would and did in fact evolve to the point of developing a being that is self-aware, that is conscious of its union with the oneness, with the divine, and that is us. The love of God has many, many different opportunities for each and every one of us to open our hearts and our minds and to allow God's love to express through us in some unique and wonderful way. Just as a radio receiver is tuned to a specific frequency and can receive a specific station, each one of us is especially attuned to some aspect of the divine, and we are perfectly capable of allowing that particular aspect of God to play through us. We are its instrument, to allow it to shine through us into this world as a blessing to each and every one, us especially. So we know that right here where we are, the intelligence that knows the possibilities, what can be, what we are capable of, what goodness there is to shine through us is right here, right now. So we pause and we invite the intelligence that is already here to reveal itself to us. Spirit, show us now the unlimited life that you wish to lead as us. Show us the good we have to give in this world. O sweet one, we surrender now to this purpose that you have revealed to us. We dedicate all that we are, all that we ever have been, all that we ever shall be, all that we ever had, all that we do have, all that we shall have. We dedicate the totality of our being to expressing your life, your love, your truth, your wisdom, your peace, your harmony, your joy, your beauty, your kindness, your power, your goodness. Today we release and let go of our old and limiting ideas that we had to do anything other than to let God be God as us. Today we let our bloated nothingness out of the way. We recognize that there's nothing that we must do to become worthy, nor is there anything we could have done to become unworthy. We recognize only that there is God wishing to express itself, and we have said yes to that. We accept and let go of any of our limited ideas that we are only human, for that is not the truth. God is all there is. That is the truth. We humbly and joyfully celebrate God's love, giving of itself in a wonderful, unique way as us. We are grateful for the opportunity to love and to serve one another. For we recognize in doing so, we are loving and serving none other than God itself. We graciously accept all of the help that we can use, for we recognize it is God itself reaching out and helping us. We are grateful for the opportunity to be reminded of this truth, that all there is God and God is okay. We release this word now to that perfect law that said yes when Spirit said, "Let there be light." That same law says yes to this, our word of acceptance, our word of devotion, our word of dedication to the purpose that Spirit has as us. We recognize then that we and the world are a better place. So we release this treatment together, saying together, and so it is.